All right, hey guys. I am back for a tutorial here on hole number 2 of the Winter Links tournament, and here we're looking at 2 drivers here. Now, one thing that I want to note, just in case your woods aren't as upgraded as mine at this point, and if length starts to become an issue, for example, say your sniper's more in the 160 or not much spins, I do want you to go with Guardian if that's the case. If you have a relatively advanced sniper, like you see mine, I'm going to go with Sniper today, but let's say, for instance, you have a weak account and you only have like level 4 clubs, level 5 clubs right now. You're going to want to pick Guardian here and hit a very similar shot. More so to do with the distance, plus having that extra backspin on the wood. Because as you can see, I have my full backspin. So I kind of got lucky that, my sniper's developed as enough as it is. So you are going to see me go with Sniper on this hole. But I just want to let you know, if your sniper's weak, don't go with it. Don't go with it. Especially if you can't backspin it more than, say, 4. So what is that, Sniper 7? If you're 7 or before, just go with Guardian. It's almost essentially the same club, but it's going to have more distance too. So it's going to keep you from needing a Powerball. And I'm just trying to think in terms of what's the minimum power I can get away with here. And I think the answer is 1 Powerball, but I'm not sure. So we're going to just jump in here. I'm going to put a navigator on. Assume that I'm going to be playing a navigator on this hole, because I want a little bit of wind resistance. I want to give myself the chance to potentially get the hole-in-one. So I'm going to put on that wind-resistant ball. And here you're seeing this guy. See, he's already in power on his sniper just at the beginning of that fairway. So, something for me to consider. I might have to use a power 2 ball with the sniper. And that's one of the things with Guardian you don't even have to worry about. You could get away with a navigator here. You could get away with a basic ball, technically. So, just things to consider. And of course, going with Kingmaker, this is probably the approach that I'm going to do on my more Saturday, Sunday round. Just try to give myself that little extra percentage to make the hole-in-one. But as you can see, I am right to the beginning of this fairway. So 1 power ball is pretty good. You are going to see me set up just ever so slightly short, kind of to the left, like this. And then from this spot, I'm almost towards max club here. You see me go about 5.5 rings from this point. Notice how I was setting up to the left and short just ever so slightly because of the way the wind's tilted. It's a little bit downwind. In addition to that, when you have... another great ball. Might not be the end of the world. Let's just see how it goes. See, because when it's swinging in left to right like that, it always, overplays. Think of it like this, like when you have a shot and you're playing rings, counting rings, it's only good for where the bullseye is, which is your landing zone. It has no effect on anything after that. So you'll see shots will be, potentially like 2-3 rings off when it actually rolls out to the hole. Since it was coming in so left to right, it changed your projection of the ball after it landed by, at times 2-3 rings. So keep that in mind when you're doing your adjustments. And that's why you always see me, like for example, if it's downwind and to the right here, you'll see me set up short and to the left. Kind of like you see this guy right here. and then play the rings from there. Now on this hole, it does play a little bit uphill, as you can see. You can see that the green is above where you're standing. The landing zone is almost about eye level. In fact, you're seeing a pretty nice shot there. So, you know, that's kind of similarly to how I like to play this one downwind, is I like to do the same thing. Now this is a pretty atypical thing for me to do. I don't usually like this shot, but on this wind I do. So here in this case, you're going to see me, just as I was kind of mentioning, I'm going to set up short intentionally and to the left intentionally. In addition to that, I'll play probably roughly 6 rings here, somewhere in that effect. Two nice ones in there. I don't know who won. I don't really care who won either. It's not a big deal. Don't really care about the shootouts come tournament. The important thing is the getting the score. In fact, there's times that I just forfeit the shootout. So something to keep in mind. You know, hopefully you can hit in a pretty good shot to that second hole and maybe get the hole-in-one. That is what I consider probably the hardest out of the 3 to get. So hopefully you guys have some good luck with that hole. As like I mentioned, you know, it is a little bit, it's probably, in my opinion, it's the hardest of the 3. So be nice bonus for you to get that right off the bat. So good luck with that one, and I'll be seeing you on the 3rd hole. First par 5 coming up.